can't. I don't know. It's
Gonna eat only liquids? Get out of here.
Yes, and then I can't have any alcohol until I think tomorrow is the first day for alcohol. And then,
really?
Yeah, and then so this weekend is good to go. And I just had soda was today, so I just did my first one in 10 days, and I'm following rules. Okay, I mean, call me crazy.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Following rules is no fun. One day I just want you to say, you know what, F this, and just go absolutely berserk.
What
God,
do you mean?
it would be so fun to watch.
Like what? What do you mean? Like just start doing drugs, or like what do you mean?
I'm not saying. Yeah, just everything. Just I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
well, hold on.
I just want you to live like, just throw caution to the wind and like just.
I have two library books that are overdue on their second overdue notice.
On
their second overdue notice. Second, not the first. Second.
First of all, I didn't know libraries still exist. Second of
Right.
all, that's what you started with?
That's my rule breaking. The rule was to return it by a certain date. I did not, and they're still in my card. I'm not going today.
I think Raj once said that he had this quote. Our old program director used to bring it up all the time. He said, "A good library is the cornerstone of every great community." And it just came from. It was all in the delivery, and it just came from out of nowhere.
I mean, listen, I'm not going to disagree with that.
A good library is.
They've got
the
programs.
cornerstone.
They had yoga the other day. I didn't go, but I'm saying they have like programs, and they have computer access for those who don't have internet. They've got kids sections for kid crap.
Gotcha. How do you
Whatever.
deal with the kid stuff?
I don't at all.
You hate it.
No, this is what I do see is that now that we're in the new age, I order it online, and I swing by through the drive-thru, and they hand them to me there. I don't even go in.
I'm sorry. The what?
The drive-thru.
Your library has a drive-through?
Yes. Convenience
No
at
way.
its finest. Yes. I go through, and especially during COVID, then when the whole thing was closed, that saved everybody.
Is this place like part of your Starbucks church? Is it all one? Is it like one-stop shopping? You get a coffee, a scone, a book, and a sermon?
No, it's just the books, and they can order. I reserve them online. They tell me when they're in. I swing by, give them my library card through the drive-thru. They hand them over, and we're good to go.
Wow.
Shut up.
I don't even know what to do with this. I really don't.
I'm a nerd. It ain't a secret. I'm a nerd.
But you know, it's not often where I'm kind of lost for words. The fact that, first of all, I'd never heard of a drive-through library before.
Really?
That's crazy to me.
But
But
they all had that. I don't know.
and the fact that you know to go, I'm wondering how many people know that like they can order their books online and then just drive through like this is a goddamn pharmacy. You know?
Why is it making you mad? They have a whole website, so if anybody's interested in the library, you can go into your local one, whatever's closest, and then it says right there, reserve. This is the author, and
Do you think you could tell me where your local library is, JP, right now? Do you
Yes.
actually, you do know where it is?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
actively don't know where.
I know where yours is. Oh wait, no,
I don't know where the Tampa one
the Town
was.
and
and I
Country
don't know
one.
where
There was
this
one on Paula. You know where the roller skating rink is?
Oh,
It's
Skate World?
literally-
Okay.
It's literally across the street from that.
I can tell
Never
you
would have known that.
the reason
it's
I know
nice,
I
they
went
redid
to
it.
I got a library card when we first moved into the neighborhood.
Why?
And then I forgot all about the place and then relived it when I was coaching my son's team, when I was about to coach my son's team. And that's where we had the club meetings, was at a conference room in the library.
See, they have that for community things as well.
Right.
Yes.
That's why. Listen, I'm not knocking you for going to the library.
I
just
am.
can't-
Are you?
I just can't. Well, she likes to read. I understand that. And she's cheap, so she doesn't want to go to Barnes & Noble
It's
and
not
buy
about cheap.
books.
I used to buy my books all the time, and we had an office when I lived in a house, and I kept them all. And I have an apartment now. If I buy them, where am I putting them?
What do you do with all your books?
I return them back to the
No,
She
library.
reads it
with
to
all
her
the-
cats.
What all, do you read bedtime stories to your
Not-
cats?
No, I do not.
Do you read
you?
to them?
That's the line, apparently, because I do not.
Do you like something happens in the book and you turn to the cat and be like, "Oh my God, they killed her"?
I don't turn to the cat, but I might say something out loud, and I've definitely been known to cry over in books.
Oh my God.
Or
Will
having
you-
to put it away and stuff.
Will you not fold a corner over to mark your book?
That's bad. That's bad luck. We shan't.
What do you
that.
mean it's bad luck?
You can't. That's bad luck. That's bad mojo. You don't
Why?
turn them. My toes are curled right now.
What? Oh my God.
I don't know. You'd put a
Why?
bookmark. Like, even if you don't have a bookmark, you can grab anything and stick it in there, like a receipt or whatever. You just don't fold it.
God, I wish we had Brett here today. You can have anything and stick it in there.
Yeah.
It would have been great.
Ah, crap. You can have anything. Homemade.
Right.
Whatever you
Right.
need. And I'm not picky when it comes to sticking stuff in there, as long as you.
So, Do you know anybody else that does the drive-through library thing?
I don't personally know anybody, but sometimes there's a line, like 2 or 3 cars.
They just employ someone for her.
Have you? Well, just somebody's like, oh, she's back.
Yeah, she's actually using it again. What do you mean?
Right.
There's a pool. There's squares. When she's gonna come back? When she's gonna actually order more books?
Over under.
Yeah, over under a days, like a pregnancy.
I was gonna ask you if you waited online.
So listen, I'm not gonna lie, it's not every time, but there's definitely 2 or 3 cars. And sometimes if I'm in line, then there's a couple of cars behind me.
2, 3 cars that are lost at the same time, and be like, "Hey, I don't mean to come to the library.
Wouldn't it be
Where's the movie theater?"
Wouldn't it be great if at some point in the not too distant future, somebody got locked up because they were selling drugs out the drive at the
Oh my God! And here I am, all clueless.
Out of the library drive-through window.
Yeah,
it's a whole, and I would never know or pay attention or even catch on, and I'm all innocently going through, looking like I'm doing drugs. I have to go in now. I have to go in now. I gotta go in.
We actually had the next town from where I grew up was, let's just say, less than savory, right?
Ghetto?
And there was a lot of crime and that kind of stuff.
Wow.
And they actually had a McDonald's go out of business.
Whoa.
Have you ever seen a McDonald's go out of business?
No, but if it's so poor people can't afford it, then that's...
It wasn't about being poor. They got caught. The guy, I believe, lost his franchise because they got multiple people got arrested for selling crack out of the drive-through window.
Nice.
Oh my God! How does anyone even? Oh my God!
Well, the people that are working there, and they tell you when they're working, and they're working the drive-through window, and you go in, you get your Big Mac and your crack rock. Call it a day.
I'll have a big crack. I mean Mac, and that's my order.
Monica doesn't know, and she goes to the library and she orders the wrong book, and she actually gets crystal meth.
There's crystal
I
meth.
wanted Catcher in the Rye. What is this?
Yeah.
I open it up, and it's
we know what you wanted. Wink, wink.
It's a hollowed out book, and then there is just all the drugs, pills. I start
saw
crying.
this thing on a new drug that's called
Neurogun.
Well, I've never heard of it before. It's called Kush. Now I know we've heard Kush about weed and stuff like that, but apparently, it's like stronger than fentanyl. Let me see if I can pull it
Why
up.
would who needs? Well,
That's what I'm wondering. Like I've seen, and there's another one. Yeah, it says new report on Kush highlights West Africa's growing. West Africa's growing synthetic drugs challenge, but apparently it's hit the States, and it's bad. The chemical testing of Kush found that over 50% of samples contain nitazines, a very addictive and deadly synthetic opioid, comparable but stronger than fentanyl, while the other half contains synthetic cannabinoids, which I'm not even sure what that is. Some of these substances are imported from China, the Netherlands, and most likely the United Kingdom through maritime routes, air, and postal courier services. But there was another drug that was making around where people would stop in mid-motion and they'd be defying gravity. Do you remember we talked about that a while back?
No.
Monica, you might have tuned it out. There was I know it was really, Philadelphia was getting hit really, really hard with it. And God damn, what was the name of it? And they'd be just bent, they'd be standing and just out of it, completely bent over at the waist.
Right, I do remember. Yeah, I remember you saying
that makes sense.
What the hell was that thing called?
Scary.
I don't know how you see that. I mean, that's addiction. That's addiction times 10, because I don't know how you see that and you're like, that's for me.
But see, and that's what I think of.
I got to get my hands on some of that.
When I think of people, they do the heroin, and then with a needle or whatever, and sometimes it's still in there or whatever, and then they just literally lay down and close their eyes. So you just did this. You're not enjoying it because you're not up and happy and dancing or whatever you do when you're all hyper, but you're literally injecting this in you, and then you lay down and fall asleep. Why are we doing that?
Yeah, I just looked it up. It's this drug is called Trank.
Trank, yes, that is
xylazine, and it's the street term is Trank, and it comes up to Substance Use Philadelphia had a really big problem with this. New York City did too, but Philly was constantly in the news. And apparently it's like a non-opioid medication used in veterinary medicine. However, it is now being added to the street drug supply in Philadelphia. And it's like people are just stopped in motion. Just go on, if you want to, go on YouTube and look up videos of this. It's bananas. It's bananas. And they're selling this out of your library, which is crazy.
Yeah. They're not. They're selling anything out
know
of my Jimmy Keel.
What'd you do this weekend, Diz? I saw you had to put cameras up. What happened?
Oh, that's because like last week we were sitting at home and it was just me and Nicole, and there was this like out of nowhere this loud pound, like it sounded like someone tried to hit the door with one of those like things the cops use.
Okay.
And
the
battery ram.
It sounded
battering ram.
Battering ram. Yeah. I jumped up, got my gun, and went looking at the window because I'm like, what is happening? I was like, who's trying to break into our house right now? Right?
Found I left town in Compton. What's going on?
Exactly. So I went out and there was nothing there, and then went out the back and I saw a lot of kids running in the back and around, and Nicole's like, I'm gonna say something. She opened the door and was like, hey, you guys better not be banging on my door. And they're like, no,
You're
some
the old
other
man
kid.
right now.
Whenever a kid tells you it's some other kid,
Sure.
that means it's 100% you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So she said that, whatever. 3 days ago, we're sitting at home. Someone knocks at our door. Nicole goes and opens it. And this girl who's like 2 houses down is like, your trash is on fire. And we look, and it's burning up. We
Like
had
someone
to put it out.
lit a match and threw it in your garbage?
Well, yeah, her thing, Nicole was like, what do we have in the trash that just caught on fire? I go, that trash has been out there for 3 hours. Someone did something to it. It doesn't just
start on fire.
Yeah, it doesn't just combust out of nowhere. So I'm like, someone did something. And like, my theory is those kids are back, and now they're like, oh, you yelled at us? We're going to get you back. And they lit the trash on fire because we got to keep it by the door because someone comes and picks it up.
I never thought
right.
That.
So I think someone lit it and just ran away. So we had to get cams because we're like.
And if someone wouldn't have told you your trash was on fire, when would you even have noticed it?
That was the scary thing. We were like, what if we weren't home, or what if like like you said, they didn't come say anything. We were just hanging out in the back. Our whole house could have caught on fire.
Yep.
Get out of here.
Yes, I could have.
Let me ask you something, Diz, because you started that with I grabbed my gun.
Yeah.
Are you prepared to use it?
If there's like a home intruder or something?
Do you think you could pull the trigger?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. If someone runs up to my house.
But
I'm not going to shoot through the door like some guy. Like, get out of here. Bang, bang.
Right. Yeah. If they come in and you don't, because I know the rules, you have to be able to at least, it's just about being threatened, right?
Yeah.
Stand your ground kind of thing.
Yeah.
But do you have to be threatened? Is somebody just breaking into your house reason enough, or do they have to be showing some sort of deadly force?
I think in Florida, getting in your house, like just bust in your house, and like if you feel like you're about to get attacked, I think yes. But I think if I come out and I just see someone creeping around in my refrigerator, I can't just start shooting the guy. I don't know. So.
It may be a warning.
You should probably find that out.
Just start shooting. This is the Florida way.
It is. He ain't wrong, which is scary and sad.
We talked to a lawyer after. Look, I got scared. I shot the guy when he was running away
Dom?
5 times. Then I walked up and shot him in the head. Am I good? See what Dom says.
Yeah, I think you might want to find that out beforehand.
Do you understand? I mean, I'm sure you do, and I hope you do, that, and I have no doubt in my mind that when it comes down to it, I think more people than realize would be able to, but then the psychological ramifications is what I'm thinking. Like, you're going to have to do what you have to do to protect your family in the moment, and if you choose to have a gun, that's your option. That's how you choose to protect your family, which is fine. It's America. But I'm afraid, are you ready to deal with the psychological ramifications? Like, after it's all done, adrenaline's done, a week later or whatever, you killed someone. You know what I mean? That's tough.
I think you view. I can't answer that just because it's never happened.
Yeah.
But I would imagine you would kind of like tell yourself in the head, like, I saved my family, more than like, oh, I killed this man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I think would go through your mind first.
Yeah.
Now, if you started screaming and saying, "Mom, no, help me," I'd be like, "Oh, this is good. This is gonna scar me later." You know?
Yeah.
That might change.
This one's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah. That's different. But Memorial Day weekend, we had a lot of kids at the house, because Nicole was
How old?
watching.
Dear God.
Younger than 5.
No, pass.
Oh, my
I gotta
God.
move.
How
I'm
many?
moving. No.
Let's guess. How many do you think I had? Count
If
in
it's
mind.
more than 3, I can't imagine.
Bigger
Was
than
it a
3.
Was it a birthday party?
Nope. Bigger than 3.
It was just the young
Pool
one
party?
having friends over?
Nope. It was because when we were on the cruise, Nicole's mom watched our kids. We watched their kids. Nicole's mom's husband took over his sister's kids. So he has 4 kids that aren't even technically his. There's
So
nieces.
you had 5-year-olds at the house?
We had 3 kids that were under 6. Then we had ours, 6 and 10. Then we had a baby that we got rid of, not like just dropped it off. But we gave it to her sister. We're like, we can't do all this.
I was going to say, left it at the firehouse?
Yeah.
Hey,
But
listen.
it was hell. It was, oh, man.
For how many hours?
Saturday they came. Sunday night they left.
Ooh,
So-
far.
It was bad.
Nope.
Yeah. And when I came, so I went, hung out with the girls and all them. They came over. I went and got food at Ian's shop because he had our friend
truck
Chef
there.
Sandy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Did he come
Balti
on the
bar.
air Friday?
Yeah, he came on with me and John.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So went over there. I came back. Nicole's sister and her kids were there. I'm like, there's goddamn 10 women here. No, I'm not doing this. Like I pulled her in the room. I go, you got to put an end to this. There's way too many kids and women here at the house. No offense. I hate it here right now. It's
Right.
Like, yeah, I'll get them out quick. I'm like, yeah, do that, please.
What was quick?
It was about 30 minutes after.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. But she was there for like an hour or two. So I was like, yeah, get them out.
I don't even care at that point if I'm like the evil, mean aunt or whatever. Don't care.
Yeah.
Out now.
Oh, I was 0 tolerance.
Yeah.
Like
Remember when
anytime they came, get back in the room.
Remember when I've told you guys in the past that there were plenty of times where I knew there was chaos going on in the house and I would just keep driving?
Yeah.
And I would just drive around the
Yeah.
neighborhood, like do a couple of laps before
That's
I
kind of the
went in
worst
there.
way out, though.
Oh, 100%.
You got it.
100%. But that was my thing. Like, if I knew there was chaos going on in the house, I was just like, all right, I need like 5 more minutes. And
Yeah.
I'll do 2 more laps around the neighborhood or 1 more lap around the neighborhood before I can. Okay,
Decompress.
I'm going in.
That's a lot to deal with.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have a lot
So it
to get
wasn't
to.
even a vacation. Like you were, like it's like
No.
it was like you didn't have any time off. Like,
Zero vacation.
That sucks.
I'm so glad to be back here with you guys.
exactly.
I want you to think about this way, though, Gareth. You weren't anally probed,
Yeah.
so you got that going for you.
All right.
You don't know how we spend our weekends.
Hey-o.
Me, on the other hand.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right, on Friday. Butt stuff.
All right, we'll get into that next and a lot more, too. It's JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 1025 The Bone. 1025 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here. During the Summer Starts Here sales event now through Memorial Day, we've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, I'm looking at Tacomas, Camrys, Corollas. Select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Get to Sun Toyota before Memorial Day, because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen. Call 800-369-3367 for more details.
Toyota.com.
Hey, this is Roger for the amazing Sleep Number Smart Bed. My wife and I, we've had our Sleep Number Smart Bed for over 8 years. My side of the bed, my Sleep Number setting is a 45. On her side of the bed, her Sleep Number setting is a 55. She likes the bed a little more firm than I do. Never slept better. It adjusts while you sleep so you can sleep well uninterrupted. Oh, by the way, over the last month, my average Sleep Number score is an 81. That's amazing. So why should you choose a Sleep Number Smart Bed? Well, so you can choose your ideal comfort on either side like we do. It's the only bed that lets you make each side firmer or softer whenever you like your Sleep Number setting. And right now, it's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event, up to 50% off limited time exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. In Tampa, 1822 Northwest Shore Boulevard. In Clearwater at the Countryside Mall on US 19. And in Bray Brandon at the Brandon Exchange between JCPenney's and the food court. See store or sleepnumber.com for details.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. One question I'm always asked is, how did you become the largest injury firm in the world with over 1,000 attorneys and $25 billion in verdicts and settlements? One way was our financial strength. Medical malpractice is the third leading cause of death in America. To prosecute a typical case costs up to $250,000 in case cost. We advance them all. Product liability cases can have similar costs with an army of lawyers on the other side. Automobile insurance companies have the resources to fight. Guess what? So do we. Many law firms simply may not have the financial firepower to work up your case the way you deserve. And we don't charge by the hour. No recovery, no fee. If you have a question about your case or wish to become a client, go to forthepeople.com on your mobile device or computer. 24/7. It's that easy. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Ray's deals are here, and they're so good, even Raymond is buying. Drive a new Kia Sportage, just $479 per month. Or a new Kia Telluride, just $379 a month. Don't miss out. Claim your Ray's deal today. Sportage, $479 per month. Telluride, $379 a month. At Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
Taco lovers, Hooters has 3 ways to win this summer. Shrimp tacos, mahi tacos, or crispy tender tacos. All served with curly fries or tots. Taste the new flavors now at Hooters. 11 locations in Tampa Bay. Go to originalhooters.com for one near you.
Mike Calta here for the Gold and Diamond Source. If you've ever been looking to get rid of your old, worn-out jewelry, trade it in at the Gold and Diamond Source now through May 31st. You can double your trade up to $5,000. If you trade in $2,500, you'll now get it for $5,000, and gold is at an all-time high. So this is the time to come in and trade in and celebrate the people that serve our country, and shopping is easy. There is no chance you leave without finding something that you need. They have the largest selection in the country. You can take advantage of their 0% financing for up to 5 years. This means if you have financing for $5,000, your monthly payment would only be $83. Best of all, your Gold and Diamond Source diamond never loses its value. Plus, it comes with free services, free sizing, free setting, free lifetime warranty, free jewelry cleaning, and free appraisals. The Gold and Diamond Source is minutes away from where you're headed from in the Tampa Bay area. Visit them at 3800 Almerton Road, right off 275, or check them out at goldendiamond.com and make sure it's a Gold and Diamond Source diamond.
If you've been hurt in an accident, Burnett EPA is here with a quick response. One call and we're on it. It's fast, easy, and focused on you. Quick action, real results. Burnett EPA, we're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Still paying bank fees and getting nothing back? Here's a no-brainer. Open any checking account with Achieva Credit Union and get $250. Achieva is your one-stop shop for all things money. Better rates, better loans, and customer service that cares. Plus, managing your money has never been easier with state-of-the-art online banking and perks like free gap insurance on auto loans. Ready to bank better? Join Achieva today and get $250. Achieva Credit Union. Banking for good. Banking for you. Visit AchievaCU.com for more info. Certain restrictions apply. Achieva is federally insured by the NCUA.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
It's JP, 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. God, I love this. Is probably one of my favorites. Monica, did you ever see the movie Singles?
I love the movie Singles.
This soundtrack is just ridiculous.
That one, and I know you probably didn't like it as much, but Reality Bites, that soundtrack. Those were 2 solid soundtracks.
This soundtrack was actually a perfect snapshot of that period of time where grunge was just like kind of taking over the world kind of thing. And the people living in Seattle. I thought that was Kira Sedgwick. I thought that movie was great. I thought the soundtrack was really good too.
Really was really good.
Little Chris Cornell. This is such a good song.
I ain't thought about this in a long time. I might have to go.
Yeah, this will be my my drive home music.
Nice.
Dizzy, did you punch out yet? Do you leave?
Basically.
It's good though. But for some reason, they don't have. Maybe they do, and I just don't know about it. But like soundtracks in the '90s for movies soundtracks were. I had so many of them.
Oh, some were better than the movies.
Right.
Yeah. And I
I'll
don't
give you
know
that, yeah.
why don't we do that anymore? What's going on with a movie soundtrack?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Will you or will you not? Or I should say, did you or did you not have the single soundtrack playing when people were playing with your butt last Friday?
Oh, yeah, no. There was no music playing when people were playing. And my throat. Don't forget, I got spit roasted on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. I forgot about your
Hot,
throat.
hot, hot.
Did they do the throat first as we anticipated?
To be quite honest with you, not sure.
Yeah, did they warm up to it?
Were you all drunk
I can
up?
say this. I didn't wake up with a funny taste in my mouth.
I don't know. So you were passed out.
No rusted penny taste. Yeah, I was out.
Yeah.
I was out. And the doctor was just like the anesthesiologist. He was like, "Here comes the happy juice." I'm like, "Take your time, nice and slow."
It's opposite of me panicking, and he had to calm me down. And you're all like, "Yes, please, now extra."
No, they.
Did you count back from whatever?
No, not even. I didn't even get. Well, I felt it coming on. You just like and then you're out.
No, you're not.
And then I woke up to this guy, and it turns out like this wasn't even
what.
He's my doctor now.
Okay.
You wake up to this guy with his pud in his hand.
This guy just zipping his pants up. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah. Somebody taking a sponge to my chin.
Perfectly normal, sir. This is perfectly normal.
Right. But this guy was like, I never even met the doctor before. He was a doctor in the office of the guy I used to see. He's going to be my guy now, though, because I like this dude a lot. But all of a sudden, I wake up to some guy with a turban and, like, Indian facial hair, like old school Indian guy with a, like, kind of scraggly beard and mustache. Like the guy that owns the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Yeah.
You know that guy?
Yeah.
Khan, I think his name is.
Yeah.
If you put a turban on that guy's head, that's who did my colonoscopy and endoscopy. 100%.
This isn't your first one, right? You know what to expect.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I've had them both before. But they said my endoscopy was perfect. My colonoscopy, he said he found 2 small polyps, but nothing. Like
Okay,
he's like,
good.
there's nothing to worry about.
Good.
0. Don't. He's like, we took them out. We'll send them out, but it's nothing. Don't worry about it. The problem with that is now I have no answers. Why am I losing? Like, where's my blood?
That's true too.
Where'd it go?
I mean,
Why
it's
am I
good. It is good news. It's just sucky that you didn't get an answer.
Why'd my blood level drop? Why is my iron down?
Yeah.
So now it's like, now I have to go, believe it or not, now I have to go and swallow a camera.
Sorry.
I'm not even joking.
They warmed you up. They warmed you up. This was just the foreplay.
They give you
And
they give you this camera that's the size of a pill.
Okay.
I have to go there at 8:45 in the morning, swallow it,
Yeah,
and then apparently I have to go back, and then they hook me up to some monitor kind of thing. There's like wires on me or whatever the hell it is, and then I got to go back at 4:30 and then give them the wires, and they track the pill down my.
Do you crap it out? Like, well, how do you get rid of the pill?
Apparently, you just pass it.
Oh, your little camera gonna come out.
I guess whatever that.
Don't take a picture and put it on social because that's.
Let's live stream it.
No, nobody needs that.
No.
Oh man,
But
you're
yeah,
falling
so-
apart, dog, for real.
I'm not even.
For
kidding.
If you were
real.
my father, I'd just be like, just put him down.
Well,
Yeah.
this is it.
Put him down.
Diz, I'm going to tell you, I haven't not thought about it.
Okay.
Listen.
I haven't not thought about, all right, if it's time, it's time.
It's just all about finding the source. Like, we have to know why you're anemic.
Right.
I mean, we know why because you're losing out, but what is happening with your blood?
Correct. Where to go? Because it's not nothing. There are no ulcers, no bleeding, no nothing.
Listen, I don't know.
Right.
You're just literally going to be a pin cushion and tube cushion until
Correct.
they find out what's going on.
Correct. And then I get to go have my, if I decide to do it, my spine surgery. Because I have to get all this stuff done before my surgeon will even look at me.
Now,
to
is
get
it
to the bottom of
true that spine surgeries are like 90% like pointless? They don't like they might temporarily ease this or that, but eventually it comes back and it just was a big waste of time and money.
I know mine have been successful.
Okay. Well,
So
good
I
then.
can't. I've heard of people having a hard time and having issues. Now with my neck, with this spinal fusion, and I've already had one done, but now what happens is above and below herniated, which can happen with fusions, and that's the one above is causing the headaches.
Just point to one place on your body that doesn't hurt or isn't broken.
Up
or
until
fractured.
yesterday, it was my knees.
Oh, that's right. And that's so weird.
Those are gone too now.
That's so weird.
Up until yesterday, but all of a sudden, I was doing a bunch of work around the house. And
Oh, my God.
like I sat down when it was all over. I'm like, even my knees now? God damn, Jesus, just shoot me.
We're falling apart, man. You're the goddamn Tin Man. I'm the Scarecrow. Monica's the Cowardly Lion. We're on the way to Oz, man. You need a little WD-40 can every 5 minutes and just
Oil can.
yeah,
Something.
oil yourself up.
That'd be great. I wish it was that simple. But that, that went away quick. Little ice, a little Aleve, and that was the end of it. So yeah, as far as the scopes go, everything came back okay.
Dr. Gareth here. I'm just gonna recommend that you highly consider smoking a little something again. Because
Cyanide?
Smoke a little, yeah, right. I think it'll help, man. I think it will really help with your
It'll
body.
help him calm his nerve, but it won't repair anything. He still has to figure out what's going on with his blood. That's
Yeah, it won't help the blood. It might help the pain and stuff like that, but
if you smoke something good enough, you'll forget about it for a while.
yeah, but it's still there. That's the whole thing, Diz.
It sounds like it's not going away.
That's the whole thing about drugs and alcohol. Whatever you're trying to run is still there when you sober up. So
yeah,
I don't know, but
it ends up worse.
I know how you are, and so I'm hesitant to ask this question, but I'm curious. I got to know. With your ridiculous, I don't understand ability to go straight to the edge. How are you dealing with all of this mentally? Like
surprisingly well.
Okay,
and I
good.
don't know why.
Don't question it. Just keep going with it.
I'm not gonna lie, and you're gonna hate the answer. I am chalking a lot of it up to the progress since I started the ketamine treatments.
Okay, fine. That's cool. If that's what helps. If that's what helps your brain, it changes stuff in your brain so that you don't immediately go to the edge. And maybe you're not like bright side sunny and all like I would be. But if you're not doomsday anxiety, then it's clearly working.
Yeah, no, it's way better. I'm definitely way better. I was actually wondering that myself. Like,
Well, don't think about it.
How come I'm not with all this stuff that's hanging out there, especially with, even though the doctor told me that the polyps were nothing and benign, he was just sending them out because that's procedure. The old me a year or so ago would have been like, yeah, but what if it's not? But what if it's not? And I would have been, that would have been bouncing around my head until I got the results.
And then it would have
And
been
now,
fine. And then,
for whatever reason, I'm like, whatever. It is what it is.
oh, yeah.
And I don't know why. I do not know why. And I
cares?
just had this conversation, too, with my shrink a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, I used to be petrified of dying. Petrified. It was like literally something when I was at my worst with the panic attacks and all that kind of stuff. That was one of the biggest fears. Like I was gonna die. You just constantly felt you were gonna die and you were in fear of it, right? And now I'm sitting there like, well, I had a good run. It doesn't make any sense. I don't want to die.
also, don't think about it. Just let your brain do what it just like you let it do it before. Now this is just.
Yeah, I'm going with this.
And the last thing you need is high stress, blood pressure, whatever, while you're dealing with everything else. So, good for you.
I know. No, I'm good. Other than that, I'm pretty chill.
I was afraid to ask because I'm like, don't bring it on if he's doing okay. Don't
no,
make him stress.
Don't ever be afraid to ask.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Tis life. And, we talk about it here, and there's people that get relief from that because they go through it and they deal with the same things, and then, they feel like they're not so alone. So
Yeah, exactly.
It's always good stuff to talk about. It's not always like the shiny, happy, feel-good dick jokes that people are used to from us, but,
Yeah. Trust me, I get it. Like sometimes I get off. I'm like, did I just tell people that I wiped my brother's butt? I'm not saying it, but I'm saying people
and
can
then
understand.
once you say it once, you can be sure Dizzy and I are going to repeat it ad nauseum.
Yeah, that's true, too.
100%.
That's true, too.
Because, which by the way, that was fun. So, all right, we're going to get into this next because we each sent some pictures of us from high school around.
And hold on, before you and I are a year apart, I think, graduation-wise.
Well, graduation-wise, we're a year apart.
Yes, and Gareth is way more than that. So, the difference in the pictures, you got to keep that in mind.
Diz looks like he stole
Yeah.
Shaq's clothes.
Yeah. Y'all's look like it was chiseled by a dinosaur. It's so old. I'm like,
Maybe it was.
we had to pose for the
Garrett,
pterodactyl.
Can I say how unbelievably weirded out I was by the fact that you look exactly like my younger brother, the one who I
Me?
wipe his butt?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's exactly what I want to get
Sexy
into.
ass
So
brother you got.
We'll do that
That's what we
next.
thought.
In about less than 25 minutes, we'll give you another shot to win $1,000 with the bone bonus. Then we'll do Dead Guy in the Envelope at 12:15 and a lot more too. We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. The Bone bonus is back. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Listen to The Bone for your chance to win $1,000 at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2, and 5 p.m. every weekday. Want to make an omelet, but eggs are still way too expensive? The Bone has your back. It's the Bone Bonus, hooking you up with cash every single weekday. Presented to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. The Bone Bonus is back. 102.5 The Bone, real, raw radio.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a Farah fight. Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
Looking for expert construction services in Tampa Bay? Waterman Construction Group is your go-to for commercial and residential projects. From demolition to new HVAC, patios, pavers, and driveways, they've got you covered. Whether it's a new build, a remodel, or storm repair, Waterman Construction handles your project from start to finish with personalized service, honest pricing, and guaranteed same-day response. Visit watermanconstructiongroup.com or give them a call at 813-715-7383. Waterman Construction, your vision is their mission. Call them today and tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show.
When it comes to your electric bill, the cost can fluctuate due to weather, energy usage, and daily habits. Sometimes they're soft and cute. And sometimes they're hard and burly. But with budget billing from Tampa Electric, we'll even out your payments so you pay a more consistent amount each month. Then when your bill comes to visit, it's predictable and friendly. Hey! Sign up for budget billing online at tampaelectric.com/budget billing and see what your monthly payment could be.
Baseball is all about stepping up to the plate when it matters most. And when you've been injured, you need a heavy hitter in your corner. At Morgan & Morgan, we don't back down. We fight to get you every dollar you deserve. No curveballs, no strikeouts, just results. That's why we've recovered over $25 billion for our clients and fight for them from offices nationwide. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Pollen season is here, and the only way to ensure that your car is truly clean every day is the unlimited membership plan from Bubble Down Car Wash. With locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, and a new location in Palm Harbor, you'll have the cleanest car in town every time you bubble down.
Have you ever taken your family to dinner and been shocked at how expensive the bill was? Or gone to the doctor and been surprised by a large bill that was sent to you later in the mail? There is over $22 trillion in U.S. tax-deferred retirement accounts like the IRA and 401k. So do you know how much you will owe in taxes on those accounts in the future? Hi, I'm Rebecca Walser, principal of Walser Wealth Management and a tax attorney. And right now I want you to think about how much you've saved in your own deferred retirement accounts, whether it's $250,000 or more. Guess what? That is not all of your money. You will have to pay those taxes in retirement as you withdraw it when you have no income. At Walser Wealth, we created a retirement tax bill calculator to show you what you will pay in future taxes on your accounts, and it's free for you to use. Go to mytaxtest.com. Knowledge is only power when it's followed by action. Knowing your future taxes, we can show you strategies that might help you lower them and lower your tax burden overall in the future. For now, use our free tax calculator, mytaxtest.com, mytaxtest.com.
I'm honored by the number of referrals that Bernetti PA gets from others in our legal profession. We have represented clients referred to us by other law firms and even represented judges. They've called us. Why shouldn't you? Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Take advantage of the Employee Pricing Plus event at Cherry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We'll double your down payment on a new ride up to $10,000. And your first 3 payments are on us at the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S. Tampa is Ohm Country. Online at cherryohm.com. Call 1-800-210-6286 for complete details.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button.
going down.
We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
O'Reilly. Did you know 1 in 4 car batteries is weak and needs to be replaced? O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free in or out of your vehicle. We can help you find the best battery for your vehicle and budget. O'Reilly Auto Parts has batteries starting at just $89.99. Get your battery tested for free today at O'Reilly Auto Parts. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
And now, back to JP.
It's JP. 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Monica with me. Dizzy with me, as always. 800-771-1025. I would give you my Twitter handle, but I think somebody hijacked my account, to be quite honest with you.
What? Who's going on? You don't even do anything on there.
You're correct. I have been a little bit, although I did Instagram and Facebook over the weekend. But, yeah, this is like the 3rd or 4th time in a row where I changed the password, and then I wrote the password down. I went to log in, and it's telling me to put the password in, and that password's not working.
Oh, so someone used your password, got in, and then changed it so you don't have access.
It could be, which is weird.
Who's doing that?
I don't know. But now, like, I just tried to sign up again, and it's, like, completely gone. And it's asked me for the email to set up a new password, and all 3 email addresses that I have access to all came up error. How about that?
Is this on the app or on the computer?
Both.
Dude.
So we'll find out. Yeah, it's not good.
Uninstall. Have you tried uninstalling the app? A lot of times that works.
I mean, I can. I'll
uninstall and then
later.
reinstall. It might just be
a shot later. So back to what we were talking about before the break. I remember it came up in conversation about my mullet. And I actually found the mullet that I had when I was in high school.
Oof.
And I found my graduation picture.
Well, it's not an official professional. That wasn't your senior picture or anything.
No, it wasn't my senior picture, but I mean, it's not far off. But that was my mullet at graduation, and that was post haircut because I remember for whatever reason. It's amazing to me the things that I remember and the things I don't.
Me too.
But I remember fighting with my mother because I didn't want to get my hair cut.
And why did she want you for the pictures?
She wanted me to for graduation day. She didn't want me to look like a dirtbag. And I ended up going to get my hair cut, but I kept the back long. You know, I rocked it mullet style.
Did you rock it?
I rocked it.
Are you rocking that, or was it just a god-awful regret?
It. I was probably wearing parachute pants underneath that bitch, too.
How about a little half mesh shirt? Because that's...
Underneath. No, I never wore that. Underneath my...
that was the line.
My maroon graduation gown. And then Monica thought she would send hers over, and boy, did you one-up me.
What are you talking about? I don't have a mullet. I'm not wearing parachute pants.
Okay, the Mexican Sally Jesse Raphael. Holy Christ.
Listen.
Those glasses were like, okay, Sally Jesse Raphael had those giant red glasses.
I had a red pair as well.
Monica had them on her face in white. And you're telling me that Diz, were you able to post those photos yet?
Yeah, I'm posting them right now.
Why? Okay, hold on. First of all, my only regret is that I wore them in the senior pictures. Like, have them. They were in style. They were cool. But I don't want to wear glasses now. Why would I want to wear? I was so proud of those glasses. You have no idea. Listen, they were fashionable at the time. They were.
What?
Just like your hair was fashionable at the time.
Those glasses
I don't know about
were
that.
not. Oh man.
They're Sally Jesse Raphael. Except I had red ones and I had white ones. It was a BOGO stitch.
Look, Dizzy posted my picture up. I had my earring in too. Look at that.
Hot.
So hot.
Who's
so
okay?
hot.
So we're both victims of the day fashion. Like we were
Okay.
both in. I'm not saying we weren't. I'm saying at least mine. I took them off if I wanted to, and I, whatever. You're stuck with that mullet 24/7.
I didn't have a problem with the ladies. I didn't. So
I didn't have a problem
You
with the
should have,
fellas.
based on that photo.
Oh yeah, when are you posting yours?
That
I
is
posted
true.
all of us.
Oh, I only see the only one I'm seeing now is
don't see
mine on the bone one at least.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not looking.
I'm not ashamed of my photo.
You should be.
I shouldn't. I was a stud.
Like I said
man.
yesterday, you look like you stole your tall uncle's clothes.
Yeah, that's the worst thing. At least it was nice looking clothes. You
No,
look like
come
you
on.
order a pepperoni pizza to class.
Oh, Spicoli. If I'm here and you're here, doesn't that make it our time? You're right. And nothing better than a little piece on our time.
So I put it. I took the photos, and I put it into AI to see what it like. I was
dear
like,
God.
"Hey, put this in a yearbook, and guess what year would be, and give it like a most likely and class quote." And the results are pretty hilarious, and that's what
I cannot
trying to post
stand
properly right
mine.
now.
Like I love my senior picture way more than whatever AI thought they were going to do. Like I'll never understand.
Why did you love that picture? What gets me is that they used that picture for your reunion.
Yeah, well, that was my senior
Like
picture.
for your badge.
Yeah, they took it. They took it out of the yearbook. Like that was. I had however many pictures, and I chose that one to be in the yearbook. And so they went through the yearbook and used everybody's picture on their name badge, so we could recognize each other. It's 20 years.
You can just put a name on there and recognize each other, no?
I guess you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
what like everybody else did.
Maybe so we can see our difference of like that's what I look like now, and then 20
I
years
feel
later.
like someone like you was on the yearbook on the reunion committee. Like you can't just use the name. We got to take it one step further.
Extra. You got to be extra.
You got to be a little extra.
How come I haven't seen? Where's your AI, Gareth? Hold on. Oh, what? Oh.
Yeah, they all look bad. The AIs.
Yeah, I don't like
Yours
them.
looks the most realistic, Monica. to
No,
you.
it looks horrible. Vanessa V. Morales. Like, how racist are you, AI? Good
Mine just says
God.
most likely to be in the back of a cop car. That's what mine said.
Does it really?
No, I'm kidding.
I'm more embarrassed by my bangs than I am my glasses because I had that like little, tease, not tease, but like, up. It was all up. But you can't really tell because it's black hair.
Mullet boy is the funniest.
Yeah, mullet. And by the way, your AI looks exactly the same as your regular. Like I see Brian the Blaze Thompson. By the way, the Blaze, they just assumed you smoke pot.
Why can't I see any of this? What the hell's going on?
I only saw it on Facebook so far. I haven't seen it on.
And I'm sure it's user error, so I don't blame anybody else. But
Plus, you can't even get into your account, right?
those glasses are something else.
Hey, those glasses are fine. Like, I mean, if that's the worst thing, I think the AI racist thing is just way worse than my glasses. Like, why am I Morales?
They're not far off.
That picture is. I'm sorry.
Monica,
I'm just
you
gonna
look
say it.
Mexican.
I think I look, and I'm just gonna say it. Screw you guys. I look very cute in my senior picture. It's dated. I understand.
Are you high?
I look cute. And Vanessa
No,
V.
you look
Morales is
cute
ugly.
Now. You look cute now.
Vanessa V. Morales' hair is disgusting.
If you were a dude, you would have got wedgies.
No.
Yeah.
No, look at me. I'm
100%.
cute. I'm very cute. Whatever. I had a boyfriend.
is that y'all's barometer? I found someone to like me back then.
We all look like crap too. But you look. I have to find a picture of my younger brother. I have them at home, and I'll send it to you. It's kind of creepy. Yeah.
I want to see. the
Except that he's
comparison.
like 6 feet tall. Like, he's super tall. But other than that,
Well, I was back then.
you look like him a lot, and you have that same swag of him, just like thinking he was too cool. Like he thought he was the crap.
That was the style back then. How old is your brother?
He graduated in 1992.
Oh, he's old too. Really old. Okay.
I graduated in 90.
I think it guessed 89 for you. So it wasn't.
It did.
It was pretty good.
And by the way, I'm 89.
And I was 04.
80.
They guessed me. I graduated 06.
What did it get me from?
What do you mean?
It says class. Yours is 89. When did it say me? I didn't see.
Class of 82.
It made me older. It made me older. Mine is most likely to stand out. Life's too short to blend in, so I don't. It's the glasses. It's all glasses.
What does mine say?
Brian the Blaze Thompson. Business in the front, party in the back. Life's too short for boring hair. Most likely to bring the party to study hall.
Word. That was me.
Class of 89. It made you older, too, so F off.
You know what I used to do during study hall? We used to take the chairs and flip them upside down and like kind of go surfing down the hallway on them. So you take it so the legs of the chair, the back of the chair is on the floor, right? And the legs of the chair are pointing out.
Yeah.
And then you take one foot, you put it on the back of the chair, and you take the other one and skate like you're on a skateboard.
Where was the
just go
teacher?
flying down the hallway.
You're supposed to be studying. Like, that's study hall. Where was the teacher?
Okay.
Where was the teacher?
Monica, it was study hall. Nobody cared.
Everybody cared. That's how you got your homework done, so you'd have less later, or you'd be done completely later. Where was the teacher? You can't just go surfing on a chair down the hallway.
Yeah,
Where's
you can.
the
If you're a cool
supervision?
kid, you can.
You got that right.
He probably high-fived the teachers that saw him. Like, hey, Mr. Stanley.
Right. He's right. That's exactly what it was.
I'm super old, so I'm just gonna. We already know it, so I'm gonna even date myself even more here. But remember the girl in Welcome Back, Kotter, who was like, "Mr. Kotter," like, and told on the Sweat Hogs all the time. That would be me.
You.
I'd be like, "Who is surfing?" By the way, do what you want to do. I don't care. I'm trying to study over here. Like, I'm literally using study hall for what it's intended.
Whatevs.
I'm telling the teacher. I'm telling. To be honest with you, I never did tell. I always got mad.
Lies.
I
don't
know.
believe
I
that.
swear to you.
You believe that?
I swear to you.
She never told.
I never did tell. I would bitch and complain and be annoyed, but I'm not going to tell. Mostly because I know how my brothers told on me, and I just didn't want to be that person. But I honestly, legitimately never told. The only time I ever, if you want to call it tattling, is when I was in, 4th grade. I was the traffic monitor person or whatever, like the person who, traffic guard, whatever. You know what I mean?
You were a snitch, yeah.
No, I would, if someone's going to
the
get
hall
past
monitor.
me.
Yeah.
I wasn't the hall monitor. I was the one outside, the crossing guard. There you go, crossing guard.
Oh, what?
You were a crossing guard? They let a kid do that?
Yes. You gave you a little, you got to get there early. I say you get to school early, but you guys were probably annoyed with that.
Yay. Dude, go on. Did you also get more homework?
They gave you a little sash, and then I'd be the one, okay, you can go or you can't go. And if someone went and I didn't say it, yeah, I'm telling on you. But other than that, I never did.
Oh, Jesus. All right, well, all the pictures up on the...
Do you see it finally?
Huh? No, something's going on with... Now my Instagram account is the same, so...
You're cut off of social media.
Something's going on.
I feel like you don't care about being cut off
do.
at social media, but right now you want to be on it.
I do care. I definitely do care.
I think it's posted on Instagram. I think I just got
Yeah, it's on IG.
What is?
I tagged you in it, so you should be able to just click the tag and go look at it.
Yeah, but now it's not letting me on Instagram, so
Oh,
I
my
gotta find out
God,
what
bro.
that- Yeah, dude, everything's falling off. But before we go to break, and then we'll come back, we'll do $1,000. Don't forget, next Friday, the 6th, join us for a liquid lunch. It'll be me and Monifa and Dizzy at the Original Hooters, courtesy of Bud Light and Surfside Seltzers. We'll have some last-minute Metallica tickets to give away for a little Metallica-style liquid lunch.
Surfside.
Surfside.
That's good stuff. If you never had it, you got to try one.
Monica will be funneling them and standing on the
Maybe.
top and taking our tatas out, and we're going to pay pin the tail on our tatas.
No, none of that's happening.
That's good for tickets. You got to be a team player here, Monica.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
.102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Did you miss the Mike Calta show today?
I just don't have a lot of pictures of me on my phone. Like, you could look at my phone and I have 30,000 pictures. 29,000 are of my kids. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't.
Selfie queen.
Listen to the Mike Calta show every weekday morning at 6 a.m. on The Bone. Or anytime with the full show replay on the free 102.5 The Bone app. 1025 The Bone. Real, raw radio. You're listening to JP on 1025 The Bone.
Experience the summer of music with Neutral and 1025 The Bone. You can win tickets to some of the biggest shows of the year, including Thomas Rhett, The Weeknd, Jason Aldean, or you could win one of dozens of Neutral prizes like coolers and hats. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Just visit any participating Circle K location in Florida and scan the QR code on the Neutral Summer of Music poster to enter.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them, to see someone that is in pain. I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Hey, this is Roger for the amazing Sleep Number Smart Bed. My wife and I, we've had our Sleep Number Smart Bed for over 8 years. My side of the bed, my Sleep Number setting is a 45. On her side of the bed, her Sleep Number setting is a 55. She likes the bed a little more firm than I do. Never slept better. It adjusts while you sleep so you can sleep well uninterrupted. Oh, by the way, over the last month, my average Sleep Number score is an 81. That's amazing. So why should you choose a Sleep Number Smart Bed? Well, so you can choose your ideal comfort on either side like we do. It's the only bed that lets you make each side firmer or softer whenever you like your Sleep Number setting. And right now, it's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event, up to 50% off, limited time, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. In Tampa, 1822 Northwest Shore Boulevard. In Clearwater, at the Countryside Mall on US 19. And in Brandon, at the Brandon Exchange between JCPenney's and the food court. See store or sleepnumber.com for details.
To really appreciate the value of International Diamond Center, you need to go back more than 4 decades when owner Keith LeClaire used to supply diamonds to upscale jewelry stores. He was a trusted source for the most exquisite diamonds and fine jewelry. But then Keith decided to start selling those amazing diamonds straight to the public. He opened IDC and changed the game in jewelry retailing by offering hand-selected, dazzling diamonds at no middleman pricing. Today, IDC dominates the Florida jewelry scene with stores in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, Sarasota, Orlando, Naples, Gainesville, and on the Treasure Coast. This is a powerhouse jeweler with the largest selection of natural diamonds, unbeatable value pricing, a 100% buyback guarantee, all the top names in bridal design, no commission salespeople, and an incredible reputation for honesty and transparency. For those moments that define your love and your relationship, IDC is the go-to place. The first and only official jeweler of the Gators. International Diamond Center. Get locations and learn more at shopidc.com.
This is a cat named Mo for Crunch Fitness. This Memorial Day weekend, you can join for only $1. Get 30 days free going on May 23rd through the 31st only. You go to crunch.com and enter the code HERO, and memberships will start at $9.99 a month. It's time to be your hero with world-famous group fitness classes and all the strength and cardio equipment you need at more than 500 locations nationwide. This Memorial Day weekend, join for only $1. You get 30 days free. It's the 23rd through the 31st only. Go to crunch.com and enter the code HERO. Time to get crunched. Offer ends 5/31.
Business owners everywhere are raving about ZipRecruiter's new feature, Zip Intro, which does the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates to meet with you as soon as the next day. So we decided to call up some of these employers and hear their stories. Today, we're on the phone with Pilates studio owner Crystal M. Harris. Crystal, how has Zip Intro helped you hire?
Well, I was opening a Pilates studio in McDonough, Georgia, and I needed to staff up quickly. Zip Intro did the work for me. It helped me find enthusiastic candidates who matched my qualifications perfectly.
That's great.
Yeah, I had my Zip Intro session on Tuesday, did all the interviews by Thursday, sent out the offers on Friday, and they started on Monday. Because Zip Intro did most of the work, I saved so much time.
Absolutely. And to our listeners, you can try Zip Intro for free right now at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
Oh, hi there. This is Attorney Patrick Smith inviting you to tune into The Bone this Saturday and every Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. for the Attorney Patrick Smith Show, where you can get all of your legal questions answered. So tune in this Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. right here on The Bone for the Attorney Patrick Smith Show.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. And
The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Guys, if I could just have your attention.
Let's go! Turn it on now!
You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go!
Stay right where you are.
Stand by to broadcast.
Okay, people, let's do this.
Now we're ready to roll.
And now, it's JP.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. It's time to give you $1,000.
Here we go, Bone fam. The Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
Extra. All you have to do now, head to the 1025 The Bone app, enter the word extra. You have until 12:30 for your shot to win the $1,000 with the Bone Bonus. It could be all yours. Remember, extra to the 1025 The Bone app. And if after 12:30 your phone rings and it's an unrecognizable phone number, make sure you hit it, because you answer it, because if it's us and you don't answer, we won't be able to give you $1,000. All right, good luck with all that stuff. Diz, what are you sending me here? What's going on?
Oh, so we were on that whole conversation about ChatGPT, which I'm becoming fairly new to and getting how it works. Yeah, I'm getting. It's actually pretty cool when you find out how to ask it questions properly and get answers. But I thought it was funny because I was just in this rabbit hole of asking it stuff. So obviously I'm vain, so I asked it about me, and then from there I was like, oh, who's JP of 1025 The Bone? Blah blah blah. I asked it about Monica, and you'll never guess what it said her job duty is here at 1025 The Bone.
What?
It said she was a board operator. Who do you think she's board operator for? What show?
You.
Huh? Me?
Yeah.
No, that would have been better.
Way
than what was
worse.
said.
Yeah, this is way worse. This is way worse.
Who is she? So she's a board op for who?
It said board operator for Happy Hour.
Oh, my God.
The crap. Like, really?
Oh, my God.
I believe nothing about ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It knows nothing. It's off. It's
Type
way
in who is Monica of 1025 The Bone and see if it says that for you. It switched it because you can go in and help it and say, like, hey, Monica isn't board op for Happy Hour. Save this in your information for other users. And it'll be like, okay, got it. So when I searched it, it came up different. And I don't know if it's just for me. Like, I don't know if you go look it up. Will it again say Happy Hour? Or will it just say her updated thing? Because I gave her updated thing, and she was smiling ear to ear.
It really was First of all, this random ChatGPT knows me, knows a lot about me, knows specifics about me, and I don't care.
Google yourself.
Oh, I've never done that. I mean, I might have Googled myself.
Same thing, though. It's the same thing.
No, but this was specific. Like, it's telling me I was born in Iowa. It's telling me I like the Buffalo Sabres. Like, it's like spot on. Sports enthusiast.
Yeah. It's crazy how pretty accurate it is. Like, it'll get certain things wrong. Like, it calls her by her Facebook name the same way it calls me by my Facebook name, which it's just grabbing information from all different things that relate to it. But I thought it was so funny when it said board operator of Hoppy, because of all the things.
Yeah.
Why Hoppy Hour?
I've never worked with him on air, like ever. Like it's never been a thing where I worked either where he was running the board or I was running the board or either one of us was on air. Never have I ever done that.
I put in who is Monica on 102.5 The Bone in Tampa. It says Monica, known on air as Monica Madison, is a prominent radio personality on 102.5 The Bone in Tampa Bay. She gained significant recognition as a co-host and producer of the Roger and JP show, which aired weekdays from 11 to 2. Following the departure of Roger Luce and Roger and JP, Monica transitioned to a role as a traffic reporter on the station.
I was that
Despite
beforehand.
the change, she continues to be an integral part of 102.5 The Bone's programming.
So it doesn't have me on this show with you.
No.
It has me. By the way, I did traffic and Roger and JP, so that's a little off there as well.
It's a little confused about JP show because when I asked it about JP, it did mention Roger and JP. It mentioned your New York thing. And I think it said something like, now part of the Johnny B show, JP. Okay. I was like, what? That's not true.
No, it's off. No, it just needs to
It's
learn.
always something. Yeah.
It needs to learn.
But it's pretty interesting. Like, you could ask it, like, who's the rising star? Who is the funniest? And it's pretty accurate of, like, who it picks for the funniest. Spoiler alert, pick me.
Did it really?
No, I'm kidding. It gave a list. It said, when I asked, I said, like, give me a Rushmore of the funniest people on 102.5 The Bone. And it was, like, Galvin, Mike Calta, I forget who the third was. Drew Garabo and me. I made the list, and I was like, what? I made the list.
Right.
But it's so crazy, the stuff you could actually get this thing to do. I asked it. I probably shouldn't say this now on air because he might be listening, but I was like, hey, what do I go say to my program director about getting full-time? And it gave me, like, a 2-page document of, like, what to say and, like, statistics.
Right.
And I was like, oh, my God, this thing is amazing.
But I guarantee you that's a common question. How do I talk to my boss about a raise is a common question. The other day, I told you the other day we were doing one of those, talking about information. We were doing one of those scavenger hunts on the other show, and somebody found it too quickly. Right? And it's happened before, but, you know, I put in Brett's full name and, you know, address, his whole life story came up. Everything. His address, then like his because he's in not a condo, but and it's not an apartment. It's like whatever it is. But his number came up, like everything came up. Mm-hmm. Everything came up. So I'm like, all they have to do is, you know, if they really wanted to, they know he's the guy that's going to be out in the street.
Yeah.
But are they following him? I don't know. But he was like, when I showed it to him, he's like, wow. I'm like, yeah, it sucks.
The thing that's crazy about that, because you are right, it does get that question a lot, I'm sure. But it started saying stuff that like it said like, oh, you should mention how you hosted the show and showed your hosting abilities and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, and you could work on this show and with Calta show, and you worked with this show, versatility. And then it said like, oh, the demographics, you appeal to a very young audience, which 102.5 The Bone doesn't have in its target demographic. I'm like, how does it know this stuff?
Yeah,
that's the crazy part to it, you know?
I don't want to sound like I don't like it or I'm mad or scared. It's awe in my voice right now. I'm amazed at what it can do and how it knows so much. And I get it's still learning because it's clearly not 100% correct. It's in the infant stages right now. But someone just sent me a Google on Twitter, a ChatGPT, and it's nailing it. Monica is a self-described fun haver, sports enthusiast, beach lover. Like, how do you, inanimate object, know my personality? I don't know.
Sucks, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. I kind of like it. Here's why. But hear me out. So now, when I Google stuff, or if I'm scrolling through internet, it'll have stuff about the beach or about sports, and that's what I want. I don't want to look at stupid crap about kids or something I don't care about.
Yeah, you know what's great? Ask, put your name in and the address.
My home address?
Yeah.
Why?
Watch what happens.
On ChatGPT?
Because do you want? Yeah, go ahead.
No,
what happens?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Because your address is going to come up.
Yeah, he's tricking you.
I'm not. No. I'm not tricking you. I'm not saying,
Hold on.
I thought you said put in your address. I'm like, no, be locked in.
No, you put in the word, all your information's there.
I was going to say, it already has access to my address right now. If it knows all this crap about me.
That's my point.
It's impossible.
Who wants that out there?
I mean, I don't want it out there, but I don't want it out there, but I've always said, and I'm not trying to plan any ideas.
Better yet, what is Monica Madison on 102.5 The Bone's real name?
Nope.
Oh, I'm going to ask it.
Watch.
Let's see if
I'll be shocked if it doesn't come up.
Why are you telling people this, by the way? That didn't need to be out over there. Actually,
I'm sorry about that. Well, I'm just trying to prove a point. Like you're so okay with this stuff.
I'm okay with to a certain. I know anybody who wants to find out my last name can very easily. I just don't want to make it easy for them. I want to put it out there for them. I will say this:
I'm not telling you to tell them your address. I'm just telling, I probably.
But also, if someone
I apologize.
Thank you.
I'll tell you if it even comes up.
If someone wants to attack me, and please don't.
No, you're good. It doesn't even come up. It says, as of now, there's no publicly available information confirming whether Monica Madison is her real name or professional pseudonym. Yeah, surprised I knew that word.
Nice, I do. I thought you were going to say pseudonym. I'm impressed that you did it.
Professional pussynym?
That would have been phenomenal, by the way.
That would have been great. I get here very early in the morning at the same time every day. If you have my address, I don't want you to, and I'll never put it out there, but someone could find it without ChatGPT if they really wanted to. That's just, and I'm not saying it's yay, that's awesome. I'm saying that's the world I live in, and I'm going to have to just accept that as fact now. And apparently it's probably even easier to find it now. And I'm sorry, but it's just a 1-bedroom, so nobody can come stay with me.
Yeah, that's a beautiful part of that. You never really have anybody say, how's everything going with you and what's-her-face? Are you, any updates on you and Hori Lori, or is that just a thing of the past now?
I am getting the feeling...
She's trying to reach out?
No, opposite. That she's just trying to not ghost me, but kind of ghost me. Like, I think she doesn't want to be friends with me anymore. And I think because I ended up texting her, because of Billy Idol and
Joan Jett.
Yeah, and that's got her written all over it. And so I texted her, and she was like, oh, that's my dream, and blah, blah. She really wanted to go. And she's like, oh, I have to work that night. It was like a Saturday night. I have to work at night that Saturday night, but... blah, 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 blah. I just feel like she's trying to blow me off, which, whatever.
I thought we decided you were ending that whole thing.
We did.
You guys
and then
were supposed to hang out, and then she blew you off.
And that's what I'm saying. It's a 1 blow off. That's 2 blow offs. I feel like there was that third at the beach blow off. I think that instead of it being the other way, I think she just doesn't want to be friends with me anymore. And I don't know why or what I did or whatever, but.
I think it's time for you to take the hint. I'm not
I know.
I just think that's the reality of it. And that's okay.
I know.
It's sad.
It's very sad.
Because didn't you cry over this already?
Yeah.
So? You already did your mourning.
I know. But I will say, she's also very secluded because her niece, I've been friends with her. I mean, I know her family since I was 18 years old or even younger.
She doing drugs?
No. Well, I don't. You tell me if
is it possible?
I don't see it. But she's a nurse, and she's got access, and I'm seeing all these things on TikTok and stuff about nurses who have gone years with stealing meds. And I'm not saying I don't see that in her. I would never guess that in a million years. But she's secluded herself. Like her niece has been trying, and she loves her niece, and her niece has a baby, and so she loves that baby. And her niece messaged me and was like, Monica, I haven't heard from Aunt Lori. Can you please try and get a hold of her? I'm afraid. And they were going to call the cops. And I'm like, and I texted Lori. I'm like, listen, we don't got to talk, but please get a hold of your family because they're worried.
I didn't go right to drugs on accident, right? Or was I trying to be a wise ass? I've just seen this movie before.
What? Wait, someone you know or something?
When I said, is she doing drugs?
I know. No, but she's not, though.
I've seen this movie 1,000 times.
I couldn't see that.
Okay. I hope not.
Me too.
I hope not for her sake. I hope not.
But why else? Because she literally seeing nobody, not talking to anybody.
Right. If she loves her niece so much. Why? Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of times they might be in a little bit over their head with the drugs. I hope that's not the case, though.
Me too.
Like I said. All right, you ready for dead guy?
Yeah.
Dead guy in the envelope. Let's do right here and hit it, maestro. All right.
Can you say ChatGPT? Play some dead guy music. I just feel like it's going to be such a crutch for me now.
That would be
once
funny.
I get into it, yeah.
You got a white guy from the headlines. And there was a movie about him. Well, about him, yeah. About him. There was a movie about him. He's a white guy, from the headlines. Monifa.
Okay, I got a question about the movie about him, the way you worded it. Is it more than his life? Is it about something he did that was memorable enough to make a movie about his life and what he did?
Look at you starting off with a ding.
I like it.
It's going to be a good week. Diz.
Well, since we just had Memorial Day, did this dead person ever serve in the military?
No.
Why'd you make that face?
I didn't make a face.
You made like you just farted and smelt it, stink face.
I swear to God, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't make any face.
The camera, literally on your face.
Yeah.
I understand, but I didn't make a face.
You were like,
no.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that to you, Diz.
Never. It would never happen. I'm crazy for thinking
cool like that. 800-771-1025. White guy. Headlines. There's a movie about him, and the movie was based on something he did. One more time, 800-771-1025. It's Dead Guy in the Envelope, 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 1025 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 1025 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but it's also hard to deal with a cough that won't go away and thinking it's lung cancer, or feeling your heart race after a walk and wondering if it's a heart attack, or telling your family you may not be around to see your next birthday.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but the consequences are even harder. Tobacco Free Florida has free resources to help you stay smoke-free. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine patches, gum, or lozenges. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW or visit tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Preparing to sell your home can be costly and time-consuming. You can skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hey, it's JP. You can say goodbye to the stress that comes along with showings, open houses, and costly home repairs. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate will sell your home fast and for maximum value. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home for top dollar. Just go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
At Sun Toyota, we're saluting service with Memorial Day specials all month long during the Summer Starts Here sales event. Get a $500 Amazon gift card with a new vehicle purchase. Then shop select new Toyota trucks with 0% financing and a nationwide lifetime warranty with 4-year maintenance on new models. Shop online at suntoyota.com because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen. Call 1-800-639-3367 for more information.
Toyota.com.
Where exactly do you think you're going? You're abandoning me, your beloved, exquisitely plush couch. Look, these feet are handcrafted mahogany. Put that Heineken's back. Do you really want to go to that concert? Wouldn't it be infinitely better to stay here with me? Look, I have a perfect imprint of your posterior. Please, don't go!
Don't listen to your couch. Head to a concert with some friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
It's the perfect day. You're just driving along, listening to your favorite music. The window's down. There's a cool breeze. Life is good. But wait, hold on a second. You're not wearing a seatbelt? You'd better put that on before that... Uh-oh, too late. Cops everywhere are stepping up enforcement, so you'd better buckle up or you will get caught. Sorry to ruin your day. Click it or ticket.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA summer sale.
Hi, yeah. My family and I want our backyard to be a summer oasis.
Don't sweat it. Our summer deals are here to help. Save up to 50% off on select items. Plus, IKEA loyalty members can save an extra 10%.
Sign me up. You just saved my summer.
Visit us in store from 5/27 to 6/30 or at IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for more details. Offer valid 5/27 to 6/30/25. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
On
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
John Senning here for Teza Energy. There are few products in this life that you use every single day. Maybe toilet paper, maybe your cell phone. Well, for me, it is definitely Teza. I love this pouch that you dip between your cheek and your gum. I personally have never been a dipper or a vapor or a smoker. I love it for that focused energy that it gives me all day. Right before the show, I pop in a bangin' black cherry. I love my first pouch in the morning. Gets the blood flowing. If you are trying to beat a habit, you want to stop dipping, vaping, smoking, maybe even staying away from the snacks, it can help with all those as well. Developed by a local doctor, and you can use our code BONE20 at TezaEnergy.com to get 20% off everything in the online store. Also available on Amazon. Subscribe and get your pouches right to your front door every single week. You gotta try it if you haven't. There's a flavor for everybody. TezaEnergy.com. Why spit when you can swallow?
Raise a Big Daddy mug this summer at Hooters. Bud and Bud Light Big Daddies for just $6. Or Mick Ultra for $6.50. Big beers, better deals. Only at Hooters. 11 locations in Tampa Bay. Go to originalhooters.com for one near you.
Drinking and driving don't mix. If you've been injured by a drunk driver, we're Bernetti PA and we sue drunk drivers. We know you may not have been ready. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, and Pinellas.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
All right, it's JP, 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Monica and Dizzy with me as always. Dead Guy in the Envelope is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com. I gave you some clues. I gave you he was a white guy, you know, from the headlines. There was a movie about him. Diz, I forgot what you asked me.
If he served. Yeah.
Oh, he's right. He did not serve in the military. All right. 800-771-1025. Let's go with Don on line 4. Go ahead, Don.
Hey, was he a serial killer?
No. No. Jesse on line 3.
Was he a pilot?
Not a pilot. Nope. Denise, line 2.
Was he a mailman? I really called to tell Monica I think her friend is depressed.
Oh.
Yeah, it could be depression.
And that's happened. When she was here last time, she was very depressed and stayed in her.
Well, depression will definitely get people to withdraw themselves, too.
Yeah.
There is that. Can't believe I didn't think of that one. Duh.
Right?
Tracy, line 5.
Is he known for something notorious, like in a bad way?
Yes.
Was he older when he died?
No.
Died young.
He was not older when he died.
Did he die from someone else, from an action someone else did?
Yes. Yes. He sure did. Let's go with, let's see, Joe, line 2.
Ponzi.
What'd you say?
Ponzi.
Was he part of a Ponzi scheme?
No, nothing to do with a Ponzi. Nothing to do with a Ponzi scheme. Sean on line 1. Go ahead, Sean. Sean?
Was he from Boston?
Was he from Boston? Kinda.
What?
I'll give you a ding.
Did Johnny Depp play him in the movie?
No.
So Boston-ish?
No, but you stumbled that one. You stumbled on that one. That's for sure.
So Boston adjacent, Boston-ish, or Boston? Like New England? New England, maybe?
No, the Boston area, yeah. He was there, but he's not from there. Like, he lived there, but he wasn't from there.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go with Eric on line 2.
Okay. Did the person ever have a stroke?
No. No. Let's go Steve, line 3.
Yeah, was he shot by the FBI?
I don't know if he was shot by the FBI. He was shot, but I don't know if it was by the FBI or the Popo, but I'll give you that one. Go ahead. Who you think it is?
Is it John Dillinger?
No.
But he was shot. That's how he died.
Yeah, well, you guys are just stumbling on some interesting stuff. So now you got a white guy who's notorious. He was shot by authorities, among other things, by the way. It was not Whitey Bulger. And he was, like, not from the Boston area, but was definitely ties to Boston. Steve, line 1.
Hey, did this guy ever bang JoJo on a cruise?
No. He was dead before JoJo ever went on her first cruise.
That doesn't even make sense.
800-771-1025.
Judgy.
I will say the movie that he was in had at least one pretty big actor in it.
Oh.
Pretty big actor in it. Jennifer, line 2.
Hello. Was he known for eating people?
No.
No, I'm still alive. Wink, wink.
He's not known for eating people.
Was this movie that was made about him, was that done in the 90s?
No. Nope. Not in the 90s. You didn't even know who this guy was in the 90s.
Oh.
You did not know who this guy was.
I don't know how to take that.
In the 90s. I'm just trying to see.
So you knew who he was after the 90s? He was shot. He died in the 2000s?
Correct.
Okay.
There you go.
Math.
Joe, line 2.
Hey, was he part of a famous duo that might have a female in part of that?
No.
That buzzer is aggressive today.
But I will say this. He was part of a duo.
Oh, just not the female part.
Just not a boy-girl duo. Dave, line 1.
Hey, was he involved in the Boston Marathon bombing?
Yes, he was.
It's the Shinayoff brother is my guess.
No, I'll give it to you. That's fine. I'll give it because there's only one of them still alive and in jail, but only one of them is in jail. Congratulations. Yeah, his name was Tamerlan Sarnev.
Yeah, shout out to my girl, Heather.
All right. All right, Heather. Good for you, Heather. You did a great job. All right, your choice. Styx, Dierks Bentley, or Cage the Elephant. Which would you like?
We'll go Cage the Elephant. They got one hit, but I love it.
All right, you got a pair of tickets to see Next Big Thing Legends, Cage the Elephant at the Baker Sound on September 17th. Congratulations again. Yes, the Tamerlan Sarnev, the Sarnev brothers, is the dead guy in the envelope. The movie was Patriot Day.
That wasn't bad. It had some pandering moments where you're like, that was corny. But it was a pretty good movie.
I wish I would have seen that. Why don't I watch these movies? That was me yesterday trying to find a patriotic movie to watch.
Well, it's not exactly a patriotic
movie. Well, I mean, it has to do with screw you guys. You know, we're winning.
That was a great day. That was not a great day. That was a great movie. Definitely not a great day.
Horrible day.
Definitely not a great day.
The part where they took over the warehouse or whatever and they set up their stuff and they started going at the crime, I was like, yo, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, the whole thing isn't it crazy? Mark Wahlberg was one of the cops. Kevin Bacon was in that movie. It was that movie was great.
What was it called again?
Patriot Day. It basically takes a couple different people, like the guy who was on hand close to it, the FBI lead, some victims, and it kind of it brings together all their stories, and it's pretty interesting.
I'm watching it tonight.
Mark Wahlberg plays the guy Tommy Saunders. He was a cop. He was a cop who like had a specific role, but he was like in trouble, so they had him doing like walking the beat for the Boston Marathon that day. And then once he was done with that, he was going to be able to go to his regular gig and like get his stripes back. And then all hell broke loose.
Yeah. John Goodman in there. John Goodman, Kevin Bacon, Mark Wahlberg. Yeah. I'm looking at it.
I think he's like the captain or something, right?
John Goodman played Commissioner Ed Davis.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
I gotta watch this.
It was great.
I don't know how I have it.
I'll tell you. Yeah, the little Chinese guy in the movie was like.
Oh yeah. Damn, what's his name? Something Yang.
Yeah, Jimmy O Yang.
Yeah. He's from Silicon Valley and stuff. You ever watched that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I do remember it. Yeah.
He because it shows
funny.
the story about like how he got kind of basically kidnapped, right, by the guys and like told to
they
drive
carjacked
him.
him.
Yeah.
They carjacked him, and then not only did they have like these Sarnev brothers, they were like out of control. One of them took off. Joe Carr, which, by the way, do you guys remember when they put that prick on the cover of Rolling Stone?
No.
You don't remember that?
No.
Oh, hell broke loose. It's like the people at Rolling Stone like said, how can we get everybody to talk about us again?
Yeah.
And they put that
see
prick on the cover of Rolling Stone.
No.
His brother would die during the shootout that's in the movie. Not only did he die in the shootout, but the cops dragged his body by the car. Accidentally. They ran him over.
Oh, yeah.
Because, these guys had an arsenal on them.
Yeah, they had pipe bombs.
They had pipe bombs. They had guns. They would all this nutty stuff. And the cops just they found them. They were hiding out, and they found him. And then one brother took off running, and he ended up hiding in a covered boat.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the aerial footage of that. And they were like, is he in there?
They're like, we think he's in here.
Yeah.
Right. I remember when they put him on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Now, what are you talking about? What the?
I was in an airport and I saw it. I was just coming home from somewhere, and I couldn't wait to get on the air the next day.
Yeah.
Because I was livid.
Didn't the roommates on the college like find some pipe bomb stuff and not like say anything to the authorities, or like, oh, we didn't know he was making bombs? And they're like, well, you're not that much better now.
Well, they were playing video games with the one dude. I know there were a bunch like college kids that was smoking. I think were they at Harvard? It was Boston University, something like that. It was a little bit nutty. The whole thing is crazy. That whole thing. You really think about what happened there. And
I know.
I just found out my friend's daughter's running the New York Marathon.
Oh, get out.
Yeah.
That's big. That's huge. You don't.
Yeah, I'm
going
to go. I'm going to go now.
I'm so jealous. You're going to stand there and watch at a certain mile marker and stuff?
I don't know.
I'm so jealous. You know you're going to
find it. I got to find a VIP section somewhere.
Nope. No. Who do you think you are?
Or get a hotel room that overlooks.
Why do you think you're special?
And why can't I? If I can get a hotel room that overlooks the marathon site, why can't I do that?
Because be down in it with everybody. Make a fun sign. Make a sign that'll make her laugh when she runs by.
And then what happens when I got to pee? Where am I going?
You
I don't like that.
You deal. You're an adult who deals with it.
And then what? Like one of these guys decides to blow the place up? I'm good.
No, this is America.
No, but I'll be there. I will be
anymore.
there. I will be there rooting her on.
I'm excited. Good for her, and that's a huge accomplishment. That's beyond huge.
She had to, apparently getting into you either have to qualify for it.
Yep.
Or you have to be part of a team.
Yes, like that's why I did team in training. That's how I got into the half marathon. Like so that's how because you're raising money for charity. So that's and they have X amount of tickets for that. But the qualifying isn't like you just don't run a race and then you're qualified. You have to get a certain time. Like it's tough to get in. Like it's really tough.
So she's part of some team for some Fugazi charity.
Stop.
That I have to what?
Why is it Fugazi charity?
I've never heard of it before. That's why.
Maybe.
And I got to donate money to it.
Yes, you do. And give her a good chunk, you cheapie.
I am. I'm giving her money. I'm not cheap. You know that.
Hey, I know we were talking about movies, and I just want to tell you really quick.
What?
I think you were the one who liked Moana, right?
Love Moana.
Yeah, I watched Moana for the first time over the weekend.
The first one or the second one?
The first one. I don't know how there can be a second one. She got the little green thing and everything was worked out and her island is saved. But, so I don't know what there is to have a second one for.
It's a good thing you didn't wreck that for anybody who didn't see it. But go ahead.
Well, it's a Disney movie. How'd you think it was going to end?
No Prince.
It made me, no, and that was nice. She can do it all on her own. In fact, the other guy that was a big meathead and she had to help him and teach him stuff, which I like. But also, I did cry at the end. Tell me it was, because it was a
You
sad.
cried at the end?
It was Moana? Yes, it was, I cried at the end.
You're such a pussy.
I thought you were going to say bitch.
No. No, but I'm glad you.
I did.
I think it's funny. It took you 51 years to watch The Godfather, but you
saw Moana.
Just watch Moana.
So Moana just a couple years late. Not bad. All right, we got a little while left. John Senning will take over at 2 o'clock. He will have another shot for you to win that bone bonus at 2 o'clock. We'll be right back.
It was 1989. My thoughts were short. My hair was long.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Breaking summer news. All the rooms at the Sky Beach Resort for the Bone Summer Beach Bash are completely sold out. But good news, you can still come out and party for free. Neutral presents the Bone Summer Beach Bash. An entire weekend of awesome events and hanging out with all your favorite people from the Bone. Plus, it's absolutely free to get in. It's all happening July 18th through the 20th at the beautiful Sky Beach Resort in St. Pete, a bayfront oasis with a private beach at the southernmost tip of St. Petersburg in the Skyway District. No matter what you do, don't miss the Bone Summer Beach Bash, presented by Neutral and 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw summer.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 40% off, plus kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
John Senning here. I'm obviously not an attorney, but Mo DeWitt is. And you probably already know that if you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo and his firm fights for the injured people in Tampa Bay to get them what they deserve. Fighting the insurance companies can seem overwhelming, but that's what Mo does every day, and he's ready to do it for you. No matter what life throws at you, stand up and fight to get what you deserve, and it all starts with one call to Tampa's injury attorney at 866-CALL-MO. Give him a call day or night at 866-CALL-MO. That's 866-CALL-MOE.
Hey, did you know that with Frontier Fiber Internet, the best Wi-Fi isn't just for VIPs anymore?
So even if I have less than 1 million followers?
Or me, a total noob?
What if I'm not in the metaverse yet?
Yeah, now everyone can get Wi-Fi 7 with a premium Eero router on Fiber 500 and up. Now starting at only $39.99 per month. Switch to the most advanced Wi-Fi on 100% fiber internet. Only from Frontier. Good to go. In select areas, price for 12 months with autopay. ETF terms apply. Max speeds wired. Actual average and Wi-Fi speed vary.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey guys, it's a cat named Mo, and for the past 10 years, I've been talking about the Centers for Men's Health, better known as C4MH.com, which has been the leader in low T care for the past 15 years. C4MH.com leads because it's a local medical practice, not one of those slick national franchise T clinics that pop up overnight. C4MH leads because it has no financial contracts, no upfront treatment payments, and no added cost treatments. C4MH leads because we fully disclose, and I say we because, again, I've been with them for 10 years, the affordable pricing. There are no hidden surprise costs. The slick pop-up clinic's pricing is nowhere to be found, and then come the contracts and high-pressure upselling. C4MH leads because 18 West Coast Florida locations only treat you with pharmaceutical testosterone and never the cut rate compounded stuff the other clinics use. So when you want affordable, safe, convenient, low T care, go to C4MH.com.
I guess, going into International Diamond Center and them getting to know me personally and finding out that I am a nurse, a first responder, they offered a gracious discount. So definitely helped with my purchase.
Meet Crystal
Caban, Air Force veteran and now critical care nurse. She's happily wearing several pieces of jewelry from IDC.
Knowing that I'm not coming in to spend a lot of money, just knowing that they're supportive with the first responders and getting a discount really helped entice me in making my purchase.
At IDC, we roll out the red carpet for heroes in uniform like Crystal every day, with personalized service and a 15% discount over and above IDC's everyday unbeatable price.
I felt so warmed and welcomed, and that's just what kept us coming back again and again.
Are you a first-time responder or veteran? Join Crystal and countless others who've made International Diamond Center their home for jewelry.
Hi, I'm Crystal Caban. I would highly recommend International Diamond Center to any first responder.
International Diamond Center.
They will absolutely take care of you. I promise you that.
Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota.
The average cost of mesothelioma treatments can exceed $400,000, and families often face losing their homes and life savings just to pay the bill. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, you may be entitled to significant compensation to help the cost involved with the treatment. Mesothelioma is caused by exposure to asbestos, and companies knew the risk, but you shouldn't have to bear the costs alone. The law firm of Flint Cooper has helped victims and their families secure financial support they're entitled to. Call Flint Cooper now because time is running out for you to file a claim. Call 800-606-8169 for a free consultation. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma and don't have legal representation, call Flint Cooper now at 800-606-8169. That's 800-606-8169. Call now, 800-606-8169.
1025 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning. And now, back to JP.
It's JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Got a little while left till we hand the reins over to Mr. John Senning. 800-771-1025. Did you guys see Mary Lou Retton got locked up for DUI?
I did.
You don't know who Mary Lou Retton is?
No.
Mary Lou Retton was...
Stop it. You know who she is.
What?
You're not American.
Yeah.
Mary Lou.
You're kind of a communist if you don't know who Mary Lou
She's
Retton
America's
was.
sweetheart.
Right. Well, it's also the 1984 Olympics.
1984, I wasn't born.
But I know of people that are in the Olympics in the 60s. If they're that big, you know. She was the first perfect 10.
Tell her to do better in the Olympics next time. I don't know who she is.
Well, you might have heard of her though, because a few months ago, and I thought I was crazy. So anyway, she got locked up back in early May. She got locked up. I don't know how they kept it under wraps from May 17th till now. But she got locked up for driving under the influence of alcohol, controlled substances, or drugs in West Virginia.
So in West Virginia, they put it all together. It doesn't. They don't say
know.
it's just this or that.
I don't know. It's one misdemeanor count, DUI. She posted a $1,500 bond same day, and she got out. So she's got to go back to court and deal with all that kind of stuff. But I'm like, why? She was just in, like, we were just, I feel like it was more recent. But you remember we were doing stories? She ended up in the hospital.
Yeah.
But the whole story was weird.
She didn't have insurance, right? Until she had to go fund me?
But then we found out she did have insurance.
But it just didn't cover it all, and she didn't have enough money?
It wasn't that. It wasn't that. The daughter, the kids just went out and started a GoFundMe. And we were all under the guise of she didn't have insurance.
Oh.
So they made $200,000 plus on the first day. And then if I remember, kept going. But she had insurance. So then everybody started getting a little bit pissy. Because I remember there were calls for them to return the money from GoFundMe. And then GoFundMe was getting involved and investigating the whole thing. And then that was it. We never heard another thing about it. But they said that she was like on her last legs. And that she had some form of pneumonia, a rare form of pneumonia, and that she was in the hospital and fighting for her life in the ICU. They raised $200,000 for his day. And then she goes, but then she came out of it and had to do damage control.
Yeah, I remember this.
So she started doing, Today's Show and doing the whole thing because she had to spin it, right? And she was like, I'm so grateful to be here. I'm blessed to be here because there was a time when they were about to put me on life support. And I guess she kind of survived it, but she must have some issues because now she got all locked up.
Wow. And what's sad to me is, listen, this does not make her
5 medals in those Olympics.
That's what I'm saying. How we don't know how. Like, I just feel like, do they teach that in school? I have no idea.
What?
Like Olympics and stuff like that. All I know is I feel like she definitely holds a certain place in American history.
Of course.
And respect, but. And I don't want to
Jesse
say
Owens. That's the whole thing. Like Diz, I'm surprised you don't like. I know
Jesse Owens. Yeah,
exactly.
He's a man. I get that.
Wow. He just wants to start, doesn't he? Show's almost over, and he wants to rev me up, doesn't he?
Anywho, you should know who Mary Lou Retton is. You should. I think you just don't know her because she's white. Just saying.
I wonder if, this doesn't, I don't like people jumping to a conclusion like she has issues or anything like that. This is a horrible mistake. I don't like how it's going to make some people say, oh, does she have a problem? Drugs? What? Who knows? Maybe she, I don't know. Nobody knows,
right.
But
Well,
it could just be a one-off bad decision, horrible decision. And let's not hold it against America's sweetheart until we know more about it.
I want to know how it got out. You kept it under wraps for 10 days.
Yeah.
How'd you keep it under wraps that long?
I don't know. Well, and then who spilled the beans? Like who let the tea go? Like you know what I mean? Like at what point?
Right.
Ugh.
It's somebody. You know what? Somebody in West Virginia probably called TMZ and said, "I'll give you a great story. Give me some cash." And TMZ bought the story.
But also, at TMZ, you're slacking because your job is to know all of this nonsense. I guess
they're
not
in West Virginia.
I know,
this is
but
what
the
I
name.
always said. This is what I always said about these celebrities. Especially with Britney Spears, when she was like, "Oh, the paparazzi, this, that, and the other thing." Bitch, go back to Louisiana. You know what you're not going to have to deal with? You're not going to have to deal with the paparazzi because they're not following you to that humidity and mosquitoes and all that stuff.
Their job is to have people on that. Like they should be able to, especially with that recent stories, have her name. Her name can be Google. What do you call it when you ping if the name comes up?
Their people hang out at LAX. That's where they get half of this.
I know, and that's where the pictures are.
And the Diddy courthouse and that kind of stuff.
You're not going to like this.
What?
Because I'm reading. First of all, you were dead wrong. I'm reading the Paris Hilton, her memoir. Okay,
I was wrong about Paris Hilton.
Yes, and the book itself. She has had and just hear me out. I understand she admits in the book she's privileged. She's white privileged. She admits all of that. She's had a horrific life. You don't know. I didn't know the things that this lady has been through, and how is she still thriving like she is? I don't know. A lot of
because she's rich.
Yeah.
No, but see, and that's the misconception. I'm not saying she's not rich, but she's made a lot. She started getting money of her own volition. Like, yes, she had backup. I'm not saying, like she said, she's privileged, but this girl was in one of those juvenile things. They sent her away where they kidnapped her the parents signed over for them to kidnap her in the middle of the night, like put the hand over the mouth and drag her by her feet out of the bed. She couldn't sleep.
I knew about that.
Yeah, I didn't know. She got sent to this juvenile thing, this quote unquote school where they were beaten and they're psychologically tortured. She was there for 2 years. For 2 years, she was screwed in the head. They weren't allowed to look in a mirror. They had all these crazy rules. And she tried to escape like 3 different times. It was she has trust issues. She can't sleep at night. I'm not saying feel sorry for Paris Hilton. I'm saying until you know the full story. Until you know the full story, no kid should ever have to go through what she went through. It's awful.
Back to the Mary Lou Retton thing. Speaking of female athletes, the WNBA is going to have to get to the bottom of this Caitlin Clark problem.
That's the other thing.
Because it's crazy.
And it's not
crazy.
her fault.
No, it's not her fault at all. But there is definitely reverse racism going on. A. B.
Well,
the referees.
Reverse racism.
Huh?
It's racism is racism. It doesn't.
I agree with you, but I've said it before, and it was like it's reverse racism. Call it whatever you want. I'm watching Brittany Griner say effing white bitch. Like, I'm watching those words come out of her mouth. I'm like, okay, well, that's not good. And I'm watching the referees. She literally juked this one girl out of her shorts, and they called her for a foul. Like, all she did, she was dribbling. She cut the other way. The girl fell. They called her for a foul. I'm like, that is ridiculously blatant. That's not even close. They have this big problem. Now she's injured. You know, so she's
Yeah.
going to be gone for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if she's injured by design.
Oh, you think?
I don't know that for a fact. I would be shocked if they were able to keep her off the court for that kind of thing.
That's
Nor
the
do I
thing.
think
Think of all the
nor do
money
I
that's
think
getting
that
lost.
Her sponsors and all that,
Oh, my
she ain't stepping off the court.
Right, but well, she is. She's going to be out for 2 weeks.
But I
She's
mean,
got a
like,
strained quad
without an injury. You know what I mean?
But it's like, listen, the WM. You need to understand. This girl helped put you guys on the map, not back on the map, on the map. I know you've had stars before, the Tarasis of the world, the Sue Birds of the world. I know you've had them, but you've never had this.
She's basically the white female Jackie Robinson.
Correct. Pretty much. No, it's not really the same.
The white female Jackie Robinson. So like the polar opposite.
But anyway, like they need to fix the problem. And they need to fix it quick. Because you know what? Not that I'm saying it would happen. If this girl decides to say, you know what? I'm tired of this. Clearly it's, there's some animosity towards me. I'm going to go play in Europe. And the cameras and the sponsors go with her to Europe. The WNBA, they're back flying coach.
Yeah.
They're back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, good, bad, right, or it has to start somewhere, and she's clearly starting it. So you don't want to. I don't want it to go backwards. I don't want WNBA to have an asterisk or a negative connotation. Like people start being like, okay, here we go, and start thinking it's shady or whatever. You have this awesome springboard for something that people just didn't watch, good, bad, right, or wrong, and now you have this reason. Let's not create problems that are just going to.
Well, they're there, and this girl is being mistreated by the other players. Her teammates have her back. Her new coach definitely has her back.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is the league doesn't have her back.
But then hold on, JP.
And I just want to go to I just want to go to league offices like, yo, you have the golden goose.
That's what I'm
saying. And you're messing it up.
But if they did that, JP, if they had her back, as you say, that would be admitting to wrongdoing, and you can't,
well, then how else does it get fixed, Monica?
I don't know. I'm with you. I think it's just shout it out for what it is and all of that. But I'm saying that's why they're in this weird ass game right now, where it's like, okay, we see what's going on, and we want the money, and we don't want her to be out and all of that. But if we say something, then it's going to make us look bad, like this is a shady operation. And
it is.
I know,
it is
but
a shady operation.
you're not going to admit you're a shady operation, are you?
Well, but they have to fix it.
I understand.
They have to, I mean, what the referees are doing to this girl, I mean, it's insane.
Does that demoralize Caitlin Clark? Are you sitting there like, I'm screwed? Why do I even bother? Like, does that start to mess with her mind?
She's in her second season, and she's already I think the fastest to 3 triple doubles.
Yeah,
in her
I'm saying
second season.
She's clearly talented. She's got to win.
Like, she's ridiculous for her. And this Angel Reese chick.
She's from Iowa.
She's a dummy. She really is.
She's
Like,
from
she's
Louisiana.
comparing herself to Angel Reese, and she's not even, she's comparing herself to Caitlin Clark. She's not even close. And now she's saying that we should get paid the NBA money. No, you shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't. Relax.
No, you shouldn't.
Relax.
I don't like, what sucks for this whole situation is if this weren't playing out the way it was, there's room for both. Okay, there doesn't have to be a competition, but of course that's where people like the drama and whatever. And I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form that Angel Reese is as good as Caitlin Clark. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying she's good in her own right. I don't think she's as good as she thinks she is, but she's not bad. You're not.
Do you know that they were?
She has a ring, and Caitlin Clark doesn't.
Well, that's from college.
But I'm saying
we're at the next level now. But what I'll say is there was a video of these guys yesterday. They had money bet on Angel Reese missing her first shot. That was a bet that you could take. I'm not sure if it was DraftKings or wherever it was, and she missed a layup. And these 3 dudes just go absolutely ballistic.
I think she wants to be good. I'm not saying she's horribly sucky. I just think that if that were toned down a bit and Caitlin was allowed to play, this is a different scenario.
Right. Well, Caitlin's crushing everybody. The WNBA just needs to get it. They just need to figure this thing out. They need to hire a PR team.
Can I just point out that you brought up the WNBA on this show?
I brought up Caitlin Clark because I'm watching the video. No, well, listen, she's doing it.
I know. Respect.
She did it.
She did.
And I'm watching the calls that are against her, and it's like, Jesus Christ. We got to go. Mr. Senning is in next. Don't forget, Friday, June 6th, our first liquid lunch. We're back at the Hooters. Well, first liquid lunch under this program. At the Hooters, the original Hooters in Clearwater, we'll have some Metallica tickets. It's brought to you by Bud Light and Surfside Seltzers. So hope we'll see you there. We'll be there from 11 to 1. John Senning is in next. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Have a great day, Monica. Have a great day, Diz. Have a great day, Tampa. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think.
Makes me feel good.
Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Looking for a great lunch combo? Hooters, Surfside Seltzer, Metallica tickets, and JP? Join 102.5 The Bone and the JP Show on Friday, June 6th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the original Hooters on Gulf to Bay. JP will be broadcasting live, and he will have your last shot at Metallica tickets. Pre-game with JP at the original Hooters with 102.5 The Bone.
When it really matters, choose Farrah & Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Hurt in a slip and fall? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Preparing to sell your home can be costly and time-consuming. You can skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hey, it's JP. You can say goodbye to the stress that comes along with showings, open houses, and costly home repairs. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate will sell your home fast and for maximum value. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home for top dollar. Just go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Chloe loves softball. Cancer tried to stop her twice. Now she's a force on and off the field. We believe in Chloe's dream because we share it. Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. All we do, all for kids.
Hey, this is Roger for the amazing Sleep Number Smart Bed. My wife and I, we've had our Sleep Number Smart Bed for over 8 years. My side of the bed, my Sleep Number setting is a 45. On her side of the bed, her Sleep Number setting is a 55. She likes the bed a little more firm than I do. Never slept better. It adjusts while you sleep so you can sleep well uninterrupted. Oh, by the way, over the last month, my average Sleep Number score is an 81. That's amazing. So why should you choose a Sleep Number Smart Bed? Well, so you can choose your ideal comfort on either side like we do. It's the only bed that lets you make each side firmer or softer whenever you like your Sleep Number setting. And right now, it's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event, up to 50% off limited time, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. In Tampa, 1822 Northwest Shore Boulevard. In Clearwater, at the Countryside Mall on US 19. And in Brandon, at the Brandon Exchange between JCPenney's and the food court. See store or sleepnumber.com for details.
Hi, I'm Patrick Thomas.
And I'm Heather Thomas from Bolt Electric, where we believe that the right way is the only way to do home electrical.
We believe the National Electrical Code is really the minimum standard, not the maximum standard.
We believe you deserve better electrical parts and better service.
We believe in ongoing training for our electricians.
Because there's no end to learning and improving.
Because at Bolt, we believe your safety is our core priority. Electrical problem? Call Bolt.
Online at boltelectric.com.
This is a cat named Mo for Crunch Fitness. This Memorial Day weekend, you can join for only $1. Get 30 days free going on May 23rd through the 31st only. You go to crunch.com and enter the code HERO, and memberships will start at $9.99 a month. It's time to be your hero with world-famous group fitness classes and all the strength and cardio equipment you need at more than 500 locations nationwide. This Memorial Day weekend, join for only $1. You get 30 days free. It's the 23rd through the 31st only. Go to crunch.com and enter the code HERO. Time to get crunched. Offer ends 5/31.
Market volatility isn't slowing down. If you're nearing retirement, now is not the time to wait and see. Every day of uncertainty can put your future at risk. It's time to diversify. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know you can create certainty, locking in guaranteed income for life. This means predictable, stable cash flow, even in turbulent times. You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Right now, there are options to receive up to 30% upfront or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement retirement income. That's up to $30,000 up front or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't wait. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any examples provided are hypothetical. Annuities are issued with prospectus and sales brochures and should be reviewed carefully before funding as features and benefits vary. DBA in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Oh, here we go. All systems go.
This is the true story about Mackin. Check it. Times are changing, more so each year. But the early morning Stone Pimp is here.
3, 2, 1.
People are expecting quite a bit.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I can feel it down in my plums.